Agora tu fai com que a morena mai tira, tira, tira. Hey.
Let's get ready to rumble!
What up? What up? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Ryan from the 6. You know what it is. We here, man. Boxing Talk up north. Salute to everybody in the building. Really appreciate y'all for tuning in. And a lot of shit going on, man. A lot of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things going on in boxing today. The big news broke, of course. Jake Paul, Tank Davis, Atlanta. Shout out to ATL. They getting a fight, man. They getting another big one. Shout out to the ATL. I'm surprised it's not Vegas, but Jake Paul, he don't really fight in Vegas. I don't know when he fought in Vegas. I mean, we gotta really look at that. It's been a while, man. I don't think he ever fought in Vegas. Now I'm thinking about it. So I shouldn't be that surprised, right? But hey, shout out to Tank Davis. Last time he fought in Atlanta, he sold it out. So this is definitely a spot both of these men can do big numbers in, man. Let's be honest here. But shout out to everybody in the building, man. We got my guy Ty, yo. What up, Ty? Big member. You know what I'm talking about? My man Capital Kev. Yes, sir. What up, bro? Eddie Alvarez in the building. You already know, Ty. I don't think you missed anything, big dog. I don't think you missed anything, man. But you know what it is. We're going to talk about a few topics today. We obviously going to talk about Tank and Paul, Moses Itauma. You know, who we want to see Moses in with next. And then Vergil Ortiz and Erickson Lubin. They got a date, man. They finally locking in the date. Vergil going to do that fight in Texas. So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, he said Tank knocked out everyone he fought in ATL. Okay. We gonna have to see though, because Jake Paul, he a big guy, man. He a big dude compared to Tank Davis. Well, he a cruiserweight, and then Tank Davis is a 35-pounder. So there's like almost a 65-pound difference or something like that. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. But I mean, Tank Davis, they say he be punching. They say he be knocking out heavyweights. I'm trying to see that power if it's real. But let me just play a little bit of devil's advocate, man. Like, obviously, I'm happy for Tank Davis for getting the fight because he's gonna get paid well, handsomely. But I've always said it, like, I felt like the Jake Paul fight, it's a fight he could have spun back to, right? But then I'm thinking about it, maybe Jake Paul, when he went over to fight AJ, apparently, they said the deal fell out because AJ's loyal to the zone. He not coming over to Netflix. He not doing that. So he loyal to the zone. And I think AJ's got some stake in the zone. Like, he got percentages from the zone. So it makes sense that he not moving off the zone. So obviously Jake Paul out of a dance partner in the UK. Why not come back to your home country and try to get the biggest draw here outside of Canelo Alvarez, which is Tank Davis? I just feel like, as a boxing fan, this shit ain't what I want to see. But as a man to man, I mean, fuck yeah, I'm gonna take 40 million or whatever he gonna get than to take the Roach fight, because I know the Roach fight not gonna be near as much money, and the eyeballs are not gonna be on it the same way it's gonna be on Tank Davis in this Netflix card. The build-up's not gonna be the same. The marketing machine, it's gonna be out, man. It's gonna be a full rollout for Tank Davis and Jake Paul. We thought the Mike Tyson one was gonna be big. Well, Tank Davis can do more, right? He can do more press than Mike. Mike's just not at that age where he's out here all the time, man. So it's gonna be interesting to see, man. Shout out to Damien in the building. What's going on, brother? it's gonna be interesting to see, man, what goes on here with Tank Davis, Jake Paul. Here we go. It is locked in. I think November 14th. Let me recheck that. Yep, it's a Friday, November 14th. It's reported as an exhibition right now. But I'm hearing people say like it could possibly be a legit fight, man. And I just don't know how they gonna sanction that. Like how the heck they gonna sanction that fight? Like that makes no sense, man. Like Jake Paul, I don't think he can get down to 175. I know I heard reports of that's where the fight gonna be at. I don't think he gonna get nah, he not gonna lose 30 pounds, man. He not gonna get down. Maybe it'll be a catch weight of 180, maybe. And then Tank Davis, it's like, is he gonna move up in weight to make this safer? Like, how is that gonna work? Tank Davis, in my opinion, is already fighting up. You know, he's to me a natural 30 pounder. And like he's already fighting up at 35. So how is he gonna move it up? You know, to like what? He'd have to be within at least 50, 150. Like I can't see Tank Davis walking into that ring 150. Like I think if he does, he'd be out of shape, like almost. He wouldn't be near peak form. And then now you really you're in a situation, man, where you're giving up weight already, size, and now you're giving up your performance, man. I just I don't think it's gonna be a sanctioned bout. I think it's gonna be an exhibition because there's just way too many things for Tank to lose. And I mean, if you put in catch weights and rate restrictions on Ryan Garcia, then what the hell is this fight gonna look like? I want to know what the rules of this fight's gonna look like. Like, are they gonna wear bigger gloves? You know, are they gonna have shorter rounds? Like, what the heck the rules gonna be? Shout out to Ty. He said it's been that way his whole career. That was part of the drama with making the Wilder fight. He had to come to the zone. Yeah, yeah. Wilder. I'm sorry. Joshua's always stood on that hill, man. He's a loyal to zone guy. Got to be an exhibition. He said. Oh man, Damien. He said, "Wow, man." Week before Norman and Haney. Yeah, nah, you right, man. But that card in general is a super card, bro. I don't think this fight will affect that card. Really. Shout out to Ty. He said, "Got to be glorified sparring match because no sanctions can impose on this fight because there's unrealistic middle ground. Yeah, you can't. That's the thing about it, Ty. Like you can't have a weight disparity to where it's safe, bro. Like it's always gonna be either one guy's too heavy, or one guy's too light. So yeah, it got to be an exhibition for sure. They can't meet in the middle. Shout out to Tim's and Hoodies in the building. What's going on, man? What's good? What's good? He said, I'm watching the undercard, not the main. You know what? Jake Paul, he does have a way of making some good undercards on these big cards he does on Netflix. So it should be good, man. It should be interesting to see. I saw that Alicia Bumgarner, she did a spaces today about it. So I mean, she might be on the undercard. I would love to see her on the undercard versus Amanda Seriano. That'd be freaking great. But I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, Jake Paul and Tank, they fighting. I felt like Tank should have ran it back with Roach, and then obviously fought his contemporaries. You know, his excuse to not fighting Devin Haney, Ryan has always been weight. Those guys are bigger. They're out of my weight class now. And it's like, okay, but you're jumping way up for this guy. I get it. It's Jake Paul. He doesn't have the amateur pedigree nor the pro accomplishments of Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney. But still, he's a way bigger dude. You know, I don't know how Tank's gonna take the shots from him. But it'll be interesting to see. And for me, I'm not one of these fans that is too mad at Tank Davis because I feel like Tank Davis, he tried to send mixed signals to us, man. You know, he never really showed us that he wanted to fight his contemporaries. He made the list. I think the list is what confused us when they made that list and said they were gonna beat Each guy, they're gonna flip a coin, and they just never went through the list. And that's fine because I was always like, man, I don't think Tank gonna fight Shakur anyways. I don't think he's gonna fight Tio. I think Dev and Ryan, well, he fought Ryan. I think Dev is gone now. Now that he's at 47, it's just too far of a reach. And Shakur, it seems like Shakur might either have to go up to 40 because of his situation at 35 with the division getting young. And it looks like 140 is a much more appealing division for Shakur Stevenson if he wants to go get some wins. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know where Tank Davis is gonna go in with his contemporaries, right? Like he can't unless he moves up to 40 to fight Tio and Shakur. He's not gonna fight any of them. And I don't even know if Ryan Garcia is a contemporary because Ryan Garcia himself never accomplished anything like Devin Haney, Tio, or Shakur. Like those dudes is actually champions. They actually won belts, full belts. Ryan Garcia hasn't done that. So you can make a case that if you're gonna throw Ryan Garcia in there, then Tank Davis fought the weakest one, man. And then other people are gonna say, yeah, but the weakest one beat Devin Haney. Well, I mean, y'all got to show me that on the record, man, because Devin Haney's still undefeated. He said AJ has always been locked to the zone exclusive deal since he was stolen from Sky Sports. Yeah, man. Ty said Amanda not taking that smoke. Oh, for real? That's how you feel? That's how you feel. I mean, Tim's and Hoodies, he said how many guys on the list he fought. Yo, that's facts, man. He ain't fought nobody on the list, man. You know what I'm saying? We looking back at the list and we're like, yo, what the fuck's going on, Tank?
Oh, look at this guy.
Yeah, man. Like, he ain't fought nobody on the list. It's really a damn shame that he ain't fought nobody on the list. But at the same time, man, this is kind of like been the story of his career. I don't think anything's changed. I think this is who Tank Davis is. I don't I ain't got no malice towards the dude. I don't hate the dude or nothing like that. But I just know, I don't put a lot of stock in him trying to be great because I don't think he cares about that stuff. And coming from where he's from, maybe he got a point of view to feel that way. You know, so it is what it is. I'm not gonna be too mad about it. Jake Paul is obviously just here to get the big name fights, but like we gotta start thinking like, okay, if he not beats, but it's gonna be an exhibition. Fights Tank Davis next. Who's the next guy? Who's the next guy for Jake Paul? I don't know who he could fight that would draw the attention of like a Tank Davis, Mike Tyson, and make the money and get the viewership. And the viewership's important to Netflix. So I just think man, it's gonna get to a point where he can't really find an opponent who's gonna match that Mike Tyson. I don't even know if Tank Davis can match the Mike Tyson numbers. We'll have to see. It'll be close though, because Tank Davis has a rabid fan base, as we all know. He's got a lot of fans, man. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see, man. Let me throw the link in the chat for y'all, just in case you want to jump up here, give your opinion, man. Make sure to link it to the top. My man Ty, he said, guess I wasn't capping when I revealed who Tank was actually sparring. That wasn't no prep for a roach. Yo, for real, man. AJ gotta pack him up. Yo, for real, man. AJ, if you fought AJ, it'll be a wrap, man. I felt like that AJ fight was a lot of smoke and mirrors. I don't think like that fight was real, bro. I just don't. I never thought he would fight AJ. Eddie Alvarez, he said Roy Jones. Yeah, Roy Jones. Him and Mike Tyson, yeah. Didn't they do like 1 million pay-per-view buys or something like that? They did numbers. That's for sure. But that was a lot of nostalgic right there with that fight. And it's okay though, because I think theirs was an exhibition too. But hey, they were old heads, man. Just trying to get through COVID. They were trying to get through times, man. They were trying to get through times, but yeah, I don't know how this fight gonna go, man. I don't know how this fight gonna go. Honestly, um, I think it's I think it's a bad look for Tank Davis as a boxer, but it's definitely financially the smartest move, the best move for his career, probably at this point. Um, yeah, we don't know, man. Tank Davis has been, not vocal, but he's hinted retirement. So you got to think, are these fights one of those retirement checks? But, should he get past Jake Paul, who is Tank's next opponent that can give him big money? I don't know. Maybe the Roach fight's still there. Maybe somehow Shakur Stevenson gets him in the ring. Maybe. I just don't know how far. Like, the fight's not as big as it's gonna be with Jake Paul, right? So maybe this is it. He said at Wembley and on the zone. Jake, what you doing? What you saying? Nah, yeah. Jake, they said Jake was asking for too much money, Ty, and I think it's because, like, like you said, it would have to be on the zone. So Jake would have to leave Netflix for that fight. And I guess he asked for too much money. But I don't know. I don't know how much too much money is, for Jake Paul. I mean, I feel like he would be worth it because of what he brings, his reach, his views. Um, if you co-promote the way they promote MVP promotions, they do a great job. Like, you even look at their rollout for today. They got everything out. They even got pre-sale tickets out. You know what I'm saying? They got the date, they got the poster, they got everything out today. It's funny because we're supposed to be talking about Crawford and Canelo, and they kind of just took over the day, and they might take over the week. You know, I'd be surprised next week if people talking it the way they talking about it now, but it's just unfortunate for the Canelo and Crawford, that pretty much Jake Paul and Tank Davis have stepped in the spotlight, and they position themselves in a way. And that's okay. That's okay because this is what boxing's all about. We need more players, so we need Netflix involved. We need more people watching the sport, and that's the positive that'll come from this event. It's like it's gonna be a big event in Atlanta, Georgia, at the State Farm Arena on a Friday night, and Netflix. So everybody got Netflix at home, stealing it from their girl, and they all watching, man. They all gonna watch the fights. We can't act like this fight not gonna get views. It's gonna get views, man. It's gonna be one of the better nights in boxing, man. That's for sure. And we can all appreciate that, man. But yeah, also in boxing news, you got the Virgil Hunter. Sorry, Virgil Hunter. The Virgil Ortiz fight. Virgil Ortiz Jr. and Lubin. Oh shoot. I think it's agreed for November, y'all. Let me make sure. I think Oscar or Rick Merrigan, sorry, I was just scrolling through the gram, and I think he was saying they still have more details to roll out. And yeah, I think they got it all ironed out, man. But they definitely going to Texas. They going to Texas, so they going to Virgil's hometown. So we'll see if Virgil is really a draw, if they'll come out and support him, or if Oscar De La Hoya just capping, trying to A side Xander, man, with no belt. That's crazy. But hey, it's what it's about. Virgil Ortiz can go home and beat Lubin. That'd be a good win. That'd be a great win for him. Virgil Ortiz will be on a 3-fight win streak. Sorry, no, but he hasn't lost. But you know what I'm saying? At the 54-pound division, he'd be on the 3-fight win streak. That would be extremely impressive. Sergey Boychuk, Majimov, and Lubin, should he get the win. But we'll have to see with that, man, because it's not locked in the way it's locked in with Jake and Tank. You know, we're not seeing posters and official officials like to say official press releases. We're not seeing none of that stuff. Tickets, we're not seeing any of that stuff. We don't even got a location. I don't think so. But we are we're going, man. We're going for sure. Like I think the 54-pound division is finally moving. You know, you look at all the fights, you look at we got Backroom apparently got his fight with Josh Kelly today. Lubin and Ortiz, Boots and my man Lima, they fighting. And then Sebastian Fedora and Keith Thurman are gonna lock horns here soon. So 54 is moving. 54 is on the move. I'm with it. I'm all right with it. Sebastian Fedora, Thurman, almost ready to go. Verbal agreements. I think they're scheduling that for October as well. PBC pay-per-view. I hate that. I don't think that fight's pay-per-view. Like, I just think that fight is it's a good fight. I think we should get it for free. I don't know how y'all think about it or feel about it, but I think that fight is just one of those fights we got to get for free, man. I don't think that fight is really pay-per-view worthy, and like it's just too many pay-per-view events. And it's like it's weird because how are we gonna have a pay-per-view event of Sebastian Fedora and Thurman? Like literally after having a non-pay-per-view for another well, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these other pay-per-views and show up. And, like, I'm criticizing Canelo and Crawford only because I feel like we're on Netflix. It's a big fight. It's a big bout. You know, let's show some of our young stars. Let's show some of our future, our youth, so that the people who may want to watch the sport, they're not stuck watching the guys on their way out. I'm not saying Sergey Boychuk's on his way out. I'm not even saying in Billy and Lester Martinez are. I'm just saying, you know, are they projected superstars? I don't know, man. I don't think in Billy is. I just don't think enough people relate to him. And Lester Martinez, like I say, the same thing. And if so, the both of these guys will have big buzzes because they both fight with violence. Like both of them, they have fun styles. You know what I'm saying? Like the hardcore fans, we love the co-main event. We understand that's probably gonna be the best fight, man. Shout out to my guy Dr. Boxing Talk. Big member in the building, man. Just don't forget to smack that like button. Yeah, man. Shout out to Doc, man. Go check his channel out. You got a good channel over there, Dr. Boxing Talk. Go see what he got going on. You got the workout videos too if you guys into that. But you gotta be a member. Yeah, he said he almost on Fry Watch now, for real, man. What's good to find Honorary in the building, man? My Puerto Rican brother. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that other Puerto Rican bro, Mr. Xander Zayas here soon. But yeah, I'm still on Vergil because like Vergil and the Oscar thing. How y'all feel about that? Because like I feel like Vergil be capping out here, man. And I say that like Vergil, first of all, Vergil Ortiz should be forcing the Fedora fight. That's what he need to do, man. Like you the intern, and you're not even trying to push it. And I get it, the BC, they got their favorites. You know, some people do say that the PBC gets favorites from the WBC. So that's why Sebastian Fedora opts to drop the BO. But I just look at it like, bro, like Vergil Ortiz not doing himself no favors. Like you fighting Lubin now instead of fighting Bakram Matili. Man, you know who I'm talking about, Bakram. Instead of fighting that dude, like why not fight Bakram, the champion? You wanna know why? Because he knows it's the IBF. He gonna have to shrink down that 10 pounds. The rehydration. Well, anyways, it's a thing. Bakram got to do it too, Vergil. So it's not just you. But like, still, man, like you calling out the number one contender instead of calling out the champ. But then you want to turn around and call out Xander, the other champ, and because he said no to you because you got to go to Puerto Rico, now he a pussy. But you're not even calling out the other champ who ain't busy. You know what I'm saying? Like the BA, I think it's the BA they're gonna fight for this weekend. It's gonna be an interim. Yoenis Tellis at the Kirby. He's fighting for the BA pretty much the interim. And then he gonna get elevated as soon as Crawford gets in the ring. So he'll be the champ. And then the BC's Sebastian Findora, who's in talks with Keith, so he busy. The BO Xander. And I think Xander's trying to fight in Puerto Rico. So, if Vergil want to go on the road and win it, he can get the fight. But he don't want to go on the road. He want to A-side Xander. So whatever. He not getting the fight. And then Bakram. Vergil not even saying that man's name. Not even a peep. You know what I'm saying? He not even, I'll go to, he not even saying what he's saying to Xander to Bakram. Like, yo, come to Texas to fight me. I bet you money Bakram will take that fight in a heartbeat because Bakram's with main events. They're not in any position to pay Bakram financially what Golden Boy gonna pay him. So it's probably an easy fight. It's just these dudes not calling his name. They're not calling his name, and I'm not even picking Josh Kelly to beat. I'm not picking Josh Kelly to beat freaking Vergil. Oh, sorry, Bakram. But at least the man put his hand up, right? That's the way I look at it. What's going on, my man? Ironry in the building. A Puerto Rican brethren, what's going on, brother? Your mic.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you got a little static though.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you good. You good. Clear.
How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man.
Awesome.
A lot of news today.
Man, you know what? I'm pulling for your boy and Billy. Let me start off with the pleasantries, right?
Hey,
Billy.
let's go. Let's go. It's gonna be a firefight.
Hell yeah. That boy Lester, I hear good things about him, so we shall see. I couldn't agree with you more in regards to the standard thing. Listen, bro, you're to me, what's happening is you're trying to get him young, bro. You're trying to get him young because you know that a year from now he will kick your ass.
Yeah, he'll grow.
So,
Yeah.
Does Bakram have a fight now or no?
I think as of today, he does. Josh Kelly has stepped in to fight him.
Okay.
IBF gonna order that up.
It was weird, bro, because I was hearing it was Vergil versus Thurman and Bakram versus Lubin and
Yep.
And now it's Fundora getting Keith Thurman. Man.
Now, yeah, which makes sense because that's more in house. He's probably easier fight to make.
Yeah, I see what you're
BBC
saying.
guy.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is Fundora too much of a step up, quote unquote, for Thurman after Brock Jarvis?
I don't know, man. We'll have to see. Bro. I'll try to keep y'all posted. Cause my brother, he's trying to get into that camp and spar with Keith.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yeah, we'll see. Cause I mean, if Keith Thurman can stay on the move without getting hit too much, he might be able to pull out a decision, man.
You know, I'm so glad you said that because I was about to say that I don't think Fundora has fought. I mean, obviously this is not prime Thurman, but I don't think Fundora has fought somebody with the feet that Keith Thurman has.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, I
and
agree. Even
maybe he
Lubin,
did, but
Lubin
I don't
doesn't
think
move that much.
so. That might be a factor because, man, Thurman. I mean, nobody fights anybody like Fundora because there is nobody that looks like Fundora.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yep.
so it's always like a puzzle, man. But I'm hoping that hand speed and the foot speed and everything can make it interesting because I'm kind of pulling for Thurman. I'm not gonna lie to you. Um,
Nah, if in my opinion, if Thurman wins the belt, I think he would put himself in bigger fights than Sebastian Fedora would. Like, I think he would go and fight the other champions and shoot. I mean, maybe we even get. I know it's overdue, but maybe even we get Earl Spence and Keith.
I was about to say that. I was just about to say that. I mean, who knows what Earl's gonna do, but I wouldn't mind it. To be honest with you, I wouldn't mind it. And it's now or never for Keith. It's not now or never for Fundora, but it is now or never for Keith Thurman.
Yeah, it is. Yep, he's got a
For,
lot to lose.
um, but what is Ty saying?
He said, "Make sure."
And who you got? Who you got in that fight?
Right now, man, I'm favoring Keith Thurman. But
That's
I mean, Sebastian Fedora, I'm gonna give him his credit. He's been getting better. I'm not gonna lie, he's been jabbing more. He hasn't been as reckless as he
I
has
agree.
been in the
I
past.
agree.
So there's a possibility he can come in here and make a statement and just stop Thurman, which would be crazy.
That would be crazy. Um, I
Charlo,
agree.
oh yeah,
I agree.
Chamel. Forgot about Charlo.
Charlo.
Forgot about him, but yeah, he's also in the division now.
They're male, right?
Yeah, I think he said after the Canelo fight, that's where he was going back to 54.
Okay. And Boachuk is fighting Adams, right?
Yep, on the prelim for the Canelo and Crawford.
That's not the rematch
That's a
I want to
rematch.
see.
That's a rematch. Yeah, I don't know
That
why
ain't the
he's
rematch
fighting.
that I want to see, Boachuk. The rematch that I want to see is Vergil. That's the one that I want to see, not Adams.
Right.
But I don't know. That's in the Canelo undercard. I think they just added it or something.
Yeah. Yep.
What else? I was
You think
about to say something.
you think Xander gonna fight Santillion?
Um,
I heard that's the rumor name for the PR fight.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Honestly, um, do I like it? Uh, Not necessarily, but in Puerto Rico, bro, you got to get that W, bro. I don't want to hear it. We had surreal loss here. Um,
Right.
Juanma Lopez lost to Salido here. We don't need any more like those. Let me just.
Yeah.
I'm going to that fight. I'm not gonna fucking see you lose. Hell no. Hell no. Yeah, go on and fight Santillan, and then we can talk.
Mm. Nah, I agree, man. What do you think about this Tank Davis versus Jake Paul?
Man, I mean, it cannot be defended, but I understand it. I do understand it because, to be honest with you, bro, the atmosphere of boxing. This is the result of the atmosphere that quote unquote fans are creating in boxing. Because I thought about this the other day. Like I had put some hard thought into this, and I'm like, if I'm a top fighter nowadays, seeing what people say and how people treat fighters after a tough fight or after a loss, like to be real with you, brother, I wouldn't want to fight the other top fighters either. Because no matter what I do, you'll never satisfy. I
Mm.
mean, if it's perceived that you're not fighting anybody, you're docking a bomb, blah blah blah, the labels, and then if you do fight somebody and then you get caught or you're in a tough ass fight or whatever, then they say you're exposed. You understand? Like there's no way to quote
Yeah.
unquote win with these people. And I got examples. Look at Boots Karen too. Look at Abdullah against Vasquez. You know,
Yeah,
look at Errol. Errol turned into a quote unquote bomb overnight when he fought Bud Crawford. You know, I don't. So you see that as a fighter, and you're like, listen, I got a chance to make what is it, 100 million or whatever the case may be. Listen, bro, you don't
I
say
don't
no.
know, man. That's reported, but I don't know if that's real.
I don't know. Let's say it's 50, let's say it's half of that. Doesn't matter. I mean, the risk.
Yeah, even half would be blessed. Jeez.
What doesn't make sense to me is the weight difference. That's the part that really has got me, like really confused.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be an exhibition.
Because I mean, people can talk about Floyd Connor or Fury and Ngannou, but at least, or even AJ Jake Paul when it was rumored or whatever, but at least it's not like a foot difference in height between them.
Yeah, the
I
foot
mean,
difference in like 60 pounds.
at least I think it's like 80.
Yeah, like Tank Davis is a much smaller guy.
I mean, I don't know if this is gonna be the walk in the park that people seem to think it is, but I mean, on the other hand, bro, congratulations. I mean, you're making life changing money, all of that, right? Like, if I get the
Yeah,
chance to make that money, I'm making that money too. So, you don't say no
yeah,
to that.
no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. I don't like it as obviously a moving piece going forward because I think a lot of these kids do look at Tank Davis as a role model. But I totally agree, man. Like that's money you can't really turn down. It's just too much money for a
Like what
fight that's not really dangerous, in my opinion.
I love what you said because I've had some debates. I follow the UFC or used to, and when people say that if Conor didn't go to boxing, he would have been, he would have had a much better career or whatever the case may be. Listen, that might be true, but you're not gonna make that kind of money, bro. You're not.
Yeah, yeah, he wouldn't be doing good, I should say, as good in life though.
Oh yeah.
Because you got to remember, like when he went back to the UFC, he had now the knowledge of the boxing game. So now he was asking Dana White for percentage. He was the
Mm-hmm.
only one to do that because he went over there and saw how the boxers were doing it and was like, "What the heck? I
Mm-hmm.
wonder why these guys is making all this money." Yeah, they getting a piece of the pie while we over here and they just giving us base salaries.
He opened that can of worms for sure.
Yeah, that's why Dana White
Um,
don't like bringing guys over there.
nah, no kidding, right? That's why he let Ngannou go. He didn't want Ngannou to do the boxing with him and this and that. So I mean, I get it, but I wouldn't cross promote either if I was a promoter, and I'll tell you why. Do you know who MVP is? Michael Venom Page.
um, is that a wrestler?
That's he's in the UFC now, but he was in
Oh,
Bellator,
oh
and
yeah, yeah, yeah. That dude. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. He be
a lot
finishing
of
everybody.
showmanship and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, he was in Bellator, and they allowed him to fight in BKFC, the bare knuckle,
Mm,
and he got busted up by Mike Perry.
mm.
Like
Oh, he fought
that's
Mike Perry.
yeah, it was like a one-off, but he got really fucked up. I mean, it's bare knuckle. I mean, what do you expect, right? But my point is, from a promoter standpoint, I'm feeling like unless I'm getting like a big chunk of that of what you're earning, I'm feeling like a little bit ripped off, bro. Because now I gotta wait for you to heal all this thing, and you might never be the same, bro. Because, bro, getting hit with bare fists, I don't care how small those MMA gloves are. Nothing is like a bare fist.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Nah, I agree, man. Especially like bare knuckle fighting, where you're not getting. He's probably not getting paid as much as Bellator either. But hey, to each his own, man. I don't like bare knuckle boxing. Yo, that shit's crazy.
Oh man, it's too brutal. It's way too
Uh,
brutal.
I guess people
Um,
gotta make a living, so I'm not mad at it. But hey, I
I
just don't
enjoy
think
it
that's the way to
sometimes. I'm
go.
not gonna lie, I enjoy it sometimes. I watch it from time to time, but it's not nowhere near, boxing, UFC, the level of professionalism. And I know some ex champions. You know, you got Trout there. You know, Paulie Malignaggi fought once or twice.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
you got some, yeah, you got some legit dudes there, but by and large, bro, the level of skill is not there.
yeah, that's what I hear. Yep, it's still like it's early stages, like UFC was. It's like random people.
That's a great analogy, actually. Yep, that's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Um, so
What
I mean,
about this heavyweight man, Moses Itauma?
Itauma is the
Is
truth,
he
but
ready
I
for
need
Usyk?
to no, no, actually, hell no,
Good job, man. I thought
no,
you were jumping. I thought you were jumping in the deep end. A lot of
no,
these fans.
no way. I listen. I understand that nobody has ever stopped Dillian White in the first round. I understand that, and that needs to be said. Okay, that's a prestigious honor. But on the flip side, this is not, this is not the same Dillian White, bro. Number
Yeah,
one, and number two. I mean, as impressive as the win is, I can't go right to Usyk, bro. I can't get there,
right.
and I
Dillian
need
White.
at least one more, at the very least. You don't need to knock everybody out in the first round. You know, we can have a tough ass fight here and there, or whatever the case may be. But don't throw him in with Usyk right now, bro. He's not ready. Give me Hergovich. Give me I don't know, Torres. Give me shit, Andy Ruiz. Give me Andy Ruiz if you want to. That's a former champion. Now we can talk. Now we're talking. Um, but step by step, and not even Parker or Caballero yet. He's not ready for that either. Let alone Usyk, in my opinion.
Caballero. Yeah, I think Caballero beats him too.
Yeah,
Right now, just right now.
right. It's just you're not there yet. I mean, I got full faith on him, but not right now. Give yourself a year, young man.
You giving him a year?
Yeah, I want to see one, maybe two more fights before we can talk seriously about the top dogs.
Hmm.
Time is on your
Yeah.
side, bro. You're 20 years old. Time is on your side.
Nah, time is on his side. That's why I'm saying he don't need to rush it. But that's why I was surprised they took on Dillian White because now there's gonna be a little expectation on the names he fights, which is okay because there's some guys. There's some guys you can fight like Herkovich, like you said. Um, even the guy Herkovich fought, Pop Smoke, yo. You can fight him too. David Adelaide,
Adelaide,
yep, or Jagba.
that's a good
Um,
one.
even Zhang, like Zhang's kind of on the decline.
I heard he
Mm,
retired.
Frank Sanchez, I think he's on a decline. That's probably a more dangerous fight. Joe Joyce, that's another dude. They should all quit boxing.
Um,
But they here. Shoot, if he can get
Joe
a
Joyce
Wilder
doesn't
in the
get you
ring,
anywhere.
damn.
Joe Joyce is like Anderson. It doesn't really get you anywhere.
Or
Um,
Jared,
yeah, I don't. To me, you're a little above that at the moment,
yeah, but Joe Joyce got that win over Dubois.
bro. That was a million years ago.
He got that, bro. Though he got that. People, some of us said, "Yo, Dubois be quitting because of him."
Yeah, yeah, he got a orbital bone broken. Joe Joyce was something back then. He had a lot of promise. It's just so slow, man, and he ran into Zhang. What are you gonna do? But
Yeah,
the I mean, listen, go on and fight Joe Joyce. I don't mind it, but I think I'll put him against a Hergovich. I think he can do Hergovich. You know,
yeah, yep, no doubt. Herkovich, yeah.
and Torres. I'm not so sure about Ruiz, but Torres or Hergovich is my top two names.
Richard
For,
Torres,
yeah, for next fight.
hey, he might lose to Torres.
You think so?
I just think Torres got that youth. He got that. Like he not like these other dudes he fighting. Torres probably might be quicker than him. But hey,
Um,
for me, that's a fight that happens down the road. But hey, if he with the smoke, then hey, go ahead.
maybe. Okay, let's stick to Hergovich or what's this guy name? I keep forgetting. I want to see a Jack against Bacoli too, personally. That's who I want to see
They already
next.
fought.
No, I know.
Or you mean for Moses? For Moses.
I enjoyed that fight, bro.
Yeah.
Personally.
Nah, for real, man. Salute to my guy, Claymore Rain. What's going on, bro?
I gotta do
Golly.
something, bro. But I'll be back in a few minutes if you're still on. Okay.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. Nah, man. Do your thing. Do your thing. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm not sure where Moses Itauma goes next, to be honest. I like what I saw. I thought he did a hell of a job getting Dillian White out of there. He did what he was supposed to do. You know, he got him out of there. If you look at Dillian White, he loses all his fights by KO. But he's a guy who's been in there with some of the best fighters in the division. So yeah, Moses Thomas definitely on the rise, but I'm definitely not throwing him in no ring with Usyk. Probably not even Parker or at Jake Caballero. Nah, those dudes is certified. We know what those guys are. We still don't know what Atama is. So why are we gonna rush to, you know what I'm saying? Possibly ruin this dude's confidence and run just because we're trying to chase some Mike Tyson record that he can't even accomplish. I think he's a little bit older now than when Mike won it, and he's not gonna fight Usyk anytime soon because Usyk just put in a petition to go and recess with the BO over an injury. I think his back or something like that. And yeah, man, Ajit Caballero, I think he's the interim champ at WBC, so he's obviously knocking on a shot at getting his title shot soon. He probably want to order up that fight, or he's gonna have one more eliminator. And then Joseph Parker's position, Daniel Dubois is still one of the baddest men in the division. So that's a dangerous fight. Even look at Fabio Worthy, man. Like most of his wins is by KO too. I think all but one. Yeah, 18 KOs. And I think the one he didn't get was a draw with Frazier Clark. That was a war, man. So I mean, most of the time he got time. We could wait on him, get right. I'm not rushing Moses Itauma, man. I like the kid. I think he's a great fighter. I do think he's a great heavyweight, man. He's got the movement, he's got the IQ, he's got the power, clearly. But still experience, bro. You could see like Usyk, he's just too experienced for these guys, man. That dude's on a whole different stratosphere when it comes to this boxing. Shout out to Damian. He said Torres would be 50-50. Hard fight to bet. Moses versus Ruiz off a layoff. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. We don't want Andy Ruiz right now. He's probably out of shape. Nah, I shouldn't say that. He just got back with his old coach, man, Manuel Robles, the coach who got him the upset win over AJ. It's like crazy, man, how they did that, and then Ruiz left him, bro. Emmanuel Robles, man, y'all should know he's a good coach. He's coaches Sergey Boachuk, coaches Andy Ruiz. He's usually a B-side coach, but he usually in the upside. I think Angelo Leo he coaches also too. Like he got a pretty good gym out there in California. I know he used to have Connor Ben over there a lot because I know my brother wanted to go over there and spar with Boachuk and Ben, but we didn't end up making it over there. But yeah, man, what about this Tank Davis going on? Yo, he's saying he getting the bag, man. I can't be mad at Tank. I'm mad as a boxing fan. That's what I'm mad at. It's like from a fan's perspective, as being a boxing purist, I don't like it because I don't know if y'all ever talked to like young fighters. I'm not saying this is bad too. A lot of them idolized Adrian Broner, man. And like I had no problems with Adrian Broner because he was a 4-division champ. He accomplished a lot. But his actions outside the ring is what cost him his career, right? And I just hate that that's the guy that they're like, yo, that's who we watch, AB, because AB was having that run. He was supposed to be the next Floyd. And they kind of all have that now. They all have the bling. They all want to be flashy. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that a guy like Bud is obviously the blueprint, man. That's a dude who just works. Simple life. You don't ever see this dude rocking like 10, 20 chains. Not talking about buying the biggest cars. I saw a video where this dude saying like he riding around in a F 250 or something like that, a pickup truck, a nice pickup truck. You know what I'm saying? That's Bud Crawford. He's just a workhorse, man. And I get it. People gonna say Tank Davis probably a more successful guy. I just don't know how true that is. I'm not pocket watching, but Crawford got a pretty good life, also too. It looks good over there. So I just think that the next generation coming up, Tank Davis is the guy who they're gonna say they watch. Tank Davis is the guy they're gonna say they model themselves after. And right now, Tank Davis not doing great boxing things like Terrence Crawford is. Even a guy like Shakur Stevenson, he's attempting to get the fights, at least. You know what I'm saying? He's at least calling out the guys. Tank Davis is not even fighting his contemporaries, man. He's not even trying to. So if we go through this whole, it'll suck, man. It'll hurt American boxing the most, I think, if we have this next wave of guys who just focus on how do I get the bag without fighting my contemporaries? How I get the bag without making the fight? How do I avoid the real smoke to navigate through these circus fights? You know what I'm saying? But there's hope. There's hope for y'all because you got a young cat in Abdullah Mason who is very young. He's a kid who seems to have his head on his shoulders and can do great things at a young age, winning multiple titles in multiple divisions. It'll just be like, okay, we got to see how he reacts when the money and the fame come. That's who that's when they show themselves who they really are. When they get all the money, they get the fame, gets to their head, man. Shout out to Damian. He said Crawford is a real role model. Yeah, man. Terrence Crawford is the gold standard, in my opinion. And you look at that man's story, man. He ain't got no grief to nobody. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? He did his way. Even when Top Rank tried to not give him what he deserved, got himself out the deal, man. Shout out to Let's Be Real, man. But on the flip side of the Tank Davis, Jake Paul thing, I also get it. It's money you probably can't turn down. It's obviously a situation of, look, the PBC probably can't deliver this to me. I gotta come here and take this, man. He can spin it that way, like y'all can't give me this, so that's why I gotta go over here and do this. And that's probably the angle they're gonna take. That's all right though. But it's an exhibition, man. It's not a real fight. I'll never look at it like a real fight. It is what it is. It's a show, right? It's a hypothetical. It ain't real, man. It ain't real. But Tank Davis, he never really told us he was gonna do all these great things. He never told us he wanted to win, titles in multiple divisions and be undisputed. He's a guy who got to the bread. And shout out to him, man, because he probably grew up in a way where he had nothing. And now you got everything. And sometimes titles, stuff like that, don't hold value to a man who's literally trying to provide for his family, his city, and make sure that his children's children are set up for the next, generation or so. And I'm all right with that, bro. As long as you accomplish your personal goal to Gervonta Davis, man. You got to the bread. Now I just don't like when you say that, you know what I'm saying? You say you're gonna fight these other dudes. You make a list. That's when I gotta hold you accountable. Shout out to Let's Be Real. He said Tank was honest about this entire time. People was in denial. Yeah, man. And Lamont Roach was low-key telling us too. He was on his stream saying all the time, yeah, he ain't signed a contract. He ain't signed. I ain't heard nothing from him. this and that. Like, he was telling us actively. You know what I'm saying? Tank said, F the belt. He's leaving boxing. It's about the money. He not fighting Lamont next. The next opponent was in the locker room, etc. Yeah. Yeah, he said all that. He did. And I think I found a stream from like 3 months ago where myself and Ness, shout out to the Boxing Boys, we were talking about this fight actually. We were saying, I think it was right before the Jake Paul and Julio Cesar Chavez fight. We were actually saying that if Jake Paul was to win, this was the next fight. You know, regardless. And I think we just both just lived with the reality of like this fight is so much money that if Tank didn't take it, we'd be shocked. Like I know that's the way I was thinking of it at least. Like there's too much money on the table for Tank Davis to be like, nah, I'm gonna go fight Lamont Roach. Nah, man. I mean, we see the way the pressures are looking. We see the way the setups are looking. Bro, this card, this money, everything gonna be A1, man. Tank Davis gonna feel like that superstar for real that he's been, garnering that attention for. He's gonna get it in this one. That's for sure. You're gonna get the full rollout, the full media press. That's why the socials is back up. That's why the Instagram back up. It's go time. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna make a lot of money. And shout out to Netflix. They're gonna do well, man. They're gonna do well at the box with the views and all that stuff. They're gonna do all right. But we'll see, man. We'll see what really makes of it. I know for us hardcores, it's not what we want to see. But hey, this might mean now if Tank Davis has some pull in the side, some sort of pull inside this whole thing, you gotta assume he gonna bring some guys over with him to fight on the undercard. Some guys from either his gym, Scooter Davis, or other guys who from the PBC. You guys think any chance Shockey Foster and Stephen Fulton lands on this? Nah, I think that'll land on the Sebastian Fendora and Keith Thurman, to be honest. Now I'm thinking about it. Oh man, let's be real. He said the 3 big fights this year are circus fights. Damn, bro. You calling Crawford and Canelo a circus fight? I mean, at least Crawford only going up, 2 divisions? He fought at 54, so he's going up past 60 to 68. Yeah, he still got to put on a lot of weight, though. We'll see how it looks. But yeah, man, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to think about Tank Davis at this point, but I'm not shocked. As you guys can see, I'm not shocked, man, because the guys, he's kind of been like this his whole career, And I'm not saying it disrespectfully. I'm just saying, man. He said, yeah. He said Crawford barely at 54. Nah, man. Crawford looked good at 54. He looked like he filled out. It's just like, damn, what he gonna look at 68, man? Because they have 54s. That's still another 14 pounds. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what he looked like at 68. But hey, the thing is, he don't have to come in at 68. He can come in well below. He just can't go over the 68 limit, man. Shout out to my guy, GMT Sports, in the building. Yeah, man. Salute to the chat. As a big member, too, man. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with this whole Tank and Jake Paul, but hey, it's in Atlanta, too. That's kind of threw me off. Did that throw y'all off, man? Atlanta? I say it threw me off because I feel like those 2 names can garner the bigger gates in like Vegas, New York, probably even Texas too. They probably could have got more money in Texas. I don't know, man. Yeah, I just read a tweet, bro. Somebody's like, can anyone confirm Tank is getting $100 million for this fight? where did that number come from? Yeah, 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 bro. I was thinking the same thing when somebody said that 100 million. I was like, yo, where? Like, who reported these numbers? Because like we just heard about the fight date. Are we talking about 100 mil? Yeah, yeah, man. But hey, what I will say to you guys is this can go a couple ways, man. You know, the promoters and all these other people, they may just look at this like, man, these fighters, they're just trying to get too much money. They trying to cheat us. So we gonna make them fight each other. You know, you can't really make anybody get in the ring, but you can make somebody look like a duck. You can definitely do that. Shout out to Juice, man. What's up, man? Welcome to the chat. He said he said round one. Destroy CYP, bro. What?
Oh, look at this guy.
Hey, shout out to my brother round one, man. I don't know who he fighting on Border Wars, but best believe I'm supporting round one, man. I'm supporting him. He said Tank fighting Pac-Man next. Oh, maybe. Maybe after Jake Paul. I mean, that's another big bag. That is. And Pac's like position number one for the BC. KGMT Sports. He said some saying 50 mil. Yeah, even 50 mil. Okay, that's closer to what I was thinking. I was thinking 40 mil. You know what I'm saying? But hey, 50 mil's close. So yeah, 50 is definitely more believable to me than 100. 100's crazy to me. Because it's like, okay, this is how we need to think about things, yo. Remember, Turkey Al-Sheikh took Canelo out of the negotiations with Jake Paul. So I don't know what they was offering. I don't know what they were offering. Sorry, I don't know what they were offering. Canelo Alvarez, but best believe it was probably 100 million plus. And then Turkey Al-Sheikh came in there and just said, "Bro, leave that fight alone. We gonna make you a billionaire when this deal's done." Cause like they said something about when his 4-fight deal is done with Turkey, he's gonna make like half a bill, like 500 mil. And like Canelo already made a bunch of money in his life boxing, like before he met Turkey Al-Sheikh. He probably got some deals on the side, endorsements. He might be in the billies, man, when it's done. But yeah, I'm definitely not pocket watching, but I don't think and I think like Tank Davis, like let's be real here. I'm pretty sure Turkey Al-Sheikh knew about these negotiations, just like he knew about the Canelo negotiations, and he probably did present a similar package to Tank Davis, like he did to Canelo. But just Tank's just never been interested in going to Saudi and messing with that, and that's all right, man, because he knows, and we all know, you sign up for that. That's smoke, the real smoke over there. My man Juice, he said round one destroy CYP. Yeah, my man GMT Sport, he said fact. Juice, he said CIP doesn't like Hispanics, but his name is Carlos. Yeah, I think he's like, isn't he half Hispanic? From what I know, that's what I've been hearing. But he do get on them rants. I know what you're saying, bro. Let's be real. He said round one fighting CYP. I thought he was fighting OC. Yeah, he's fighting OC the boss, man. Unless I don't know, they live right now. So unless CYP called in and was on his shit and you know round one making a fight, baby. Round one smokes CYP. Yo. Shout out to GMT Sports. He said hit that like button. It's free. Hell yeah, yo. Hit the like button, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you can find out when I'm going live, man. I'm about to make a whole schedule for next month so y'all can follow easy.
Yeah.
Got to get her done, man. But yeah, we just talking those topics right now. You know, I dropped a link in there if anybody want to chime in, but it's definitely obviously it's mostly about Tank Davis, man. And just, you know, I think a lot of us, it's not that we don't like Tank Davis. It's just like, bro, we see so much talent. We see what this guy can be, and we're just like pissed that he's not even attempting to be it. You know, we look at him like he can be the gold standard of a legacy fighter, but at the same time, man, it is a prize fighting sport. No matter how you try to dice it, cut it, you gotta make money. You can't be in the sport too long. The sport will take you. It'll eat you alive, spit you out. You know, we seen it with our legends, man, when they stay in too long. And Tank Davis, he's learned from the best, bro. He's learned from the best, bro. Floyd Mayweather, that man did it. He said every Latin that is jacked up is on steroids. What the heck? Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what he said about round one. But I don't think round one's on no roids, bro. My man said he been working. You know what I'm saying? He just, you know what I'm saying? He been working, and he never lost it. In round one, you know what I'm saying? He definitely not on the roids, bro. That's not a fact. He only like I know sometimes round one be acting crazy, but hey, man, that guy I spoke with him like on the ones and ones, bro. He you know what I'm saying? He been through some shit. So shout out to round one, man. I'm glad he's getting back in the ring and doing something that he want to do, bro. Cause obviously it's like a bucket list thing for him. I hope he get that win, man. We'll be rooting for him, no doubt. But yeah, what y'all think about Vergil and Lubin, man? I think it's weird that Vergil trying to fight again, but no champ. It's weird to me, man. Like Xander wanted to fight you for the February, the last crescendo card. You know, you said what you said. Oh, he ain't ready. And now look, he done lapped you, got a belt, and now you over here asking Xander for a fight, bro. Because you need a belt. Because you look crazy now. Like, and then Xander really sitting out here saying the truth. He's saying, bro, he not even a champ. He been in 3 divisions. Never won a belt. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? He made Stanionis wait for so long for their fight. And then Stanionis ends up being champ because Vergil can't make weight. And Bud Crawford vacates. And then yeah, man, the dude just never became champ. Like he's been heavily touted by Golden Boy for all these years. They've been promoting him, putting him in favorable fights for how long, spoon feeding this guy. And it seems like every time he gets in position, interim, number one, whatever you want to call it, the man goes and fights somebody else. Like he's our interim champ right now, the BC. You telling me Oscar can't call Mauricio and say, yo, you need to order Fedora soon? Not right now. But after the Thurman fight, you'll order this fight up, bro. They gotta start saying Fedora because they don't say Fedora either. They've been saying Boots and Xander. They don't say Backroom at all. So I don't get it, man. They don't say it. I can't drink that. You say Golden Boy is protected custody. Nah, you right, bro. You go to Golden Boy, you gonna get matched up beautifully. And a lot of people be sleeping on Golden Boy, man. They had, I mean, before the PBC came in business, they had everybody. Golden Boy. They had Keith. I'm pretty sure they had Earl. They had AB. They had Wilder. They had like almost everybody who went to the PBC. They had Danny Garcia. They had everybody. And then, PBC just came with the bread. So their contracts was up. So they ain't renewed, bro. And, Oscar, my man Oscar he was in the back, man, snorting. He wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing. He wasn't watching the books. My man Richard Schaefer done took off. Now look at where Richard Schaefer is with. He's with Floyd now and Golden Boy. Sorry, PBC. Crazy, man. But hey, that's why I look at it all like, go get your money, bro. Go get your money. Go get your money. Do what you got to do first. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dude, man. What's going on, Trini?
Yo, what up, man?
BX in the building. What up, brother?
Yeah, I was on the chat too. I'm Damien in the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see you.
Yeah, we was cooking last night, man. My fault
Yeah,
about the F bombs. I'm gonna keep it low today. It's just Crawford be getting me in that mood, man.
I feel you, bro.
Yeah,
What's
man.
on your mind, bro?
Yeah, I went to chime in a little on the Ortiz thing, man, because I don't think it's his fault too much. It's really Golden Boy trying to like follow that. Even though they was doing it before PBC, you know, they're trying to follow the tank blueprint, and like they
Mm,
kept them down in 147 too long, trying to get people to come up and like he got sick over that. He got physically sick over that, man.
yeah,
So
he couldn't
so
make
so
weight.
not yeah, he couldn't make weight or something, right? It caused him
Yep,
to get
yeah.
sick. So that cost him a lot too. Waiting around, keeping Stanionis too, waiting for that. And then like now you would think that he got to 154. Bocek was a tough fight. He ready for Zayas, man. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't understand why not go over there. It's size is 22. Take advantage of that. The crowd in Puerto Rico always backfires with certain fighters. That
Yeah.
crowd is crazy over there. So that's an advantage that he could work towards him. So I don't know why they ain't try to jump on that fight. Lubin, I'm a big fan of Lubin, man.
Right.
Since before the Charlo, when that upset, it was a 1 round thing. I wanted him to keep on going. I thought he had Fedora. Fedora tough for any fighter. He had his face all fucked up in that. So
Yeah,
you
that
can never,
was.
and he's hungry. You can never sleep on. And he been playing with them Pro Box boys. I'm a big fan of the Pro Box young guys. That's why I'm glad the youth, like you mentioned, what's his name? The guy that had the argument with K-Sean, the young boy, is
Oh,
coming up.
Carmel.
No, no, no. The one that's coming up. Serious dude, Muslim kid. Damn,
Oh,
his name
Tula
is my
Mason.
guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Medulla
Mason.
Mason. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like
Yeah.
these guys coming up. He going for the belt. The young guys in pro box is getting tested. So at least the culture is changing for the better. You know what I mean? And then last night we,
Yeah.
we gotta be surprised. We don't know who be listening, man. Because one of the things we were stressing last night and I got into was the role model that
Mm.
Crawford is last night and how these type of fighters don't hit the limelight. And then I get on the boxing scene and I see this guy, Paulie. Paulie always going crazy, but he always had the voice for it.
Yeah, he does.
And he going crazy, like no ever, like, oh, the ghetto ones, the so-called ghetto ones are the ones that get. eh. And it's only because there's a slim chance that this big white dude might get knocked out by Tank.
Yeah,
Because this is
yeah.
real boxing. This is a kid that's coming from the shelter system that's been in the gym, taking out anger since he was a kid. Like Jake Paul, no matter how you put it, man, he's not a real boxer. I know he been working, he put the work in, but it's different when a rich guy walk into your gym, man. It's
That's
different
facts.
how he's
That's facts.
treated. And I respect Jake Paul because he in the ghettos in Puerto Rico putting in gyms. And that's changing, that's changing lives. So he is
Mhm.
invested, not like the rest of the people that go to Puerto Rico to live tax free with
Yeah,
houses and
taking
shit like
advantage.
that. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And Serrano got her payday. He's like the Turkey Al Sheik in Serrano life. For Crawford,
Right.
what Crawford was for so I like that. He's bringing the light out. But Tank's a real boxer. The only thing I'm upset about is I wanted the homecoming fight from Brian Norman Jr. to be that fight in that arena. That's what
Yeah,
I
State
wanted.
Farm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he better hope it's no funny stuff and he get dropped by Jake in there in that arena of all places. He got to show up. He's always gonna get the pass from me from his life he had. He got the money in the bag. He got a lot of shit to work on himself. I want him out of boxing. I want him to take this and work on himself and turn it around and give back to the youth and be that dude that he could be. You know
Nah,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure,
Because they
man.
don't get pushed. Like if it's a don't get pushed now because he not running around with Broner, slapping women and all that. Like that's videos of that.
Yeah.
Like then he was pushed for that. You don't
Yeah.
get pushed unless, but this coach is changing now with the Brian Normans of the world, the Haneys of the world. He's a little too flashy for me, but that's him. That's his world. But like
Mm-hmm.
these guys with their fathers with them, and you know what I'm saying? It's changing for the better.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
true,
So
bro.
so
You're right. The fathers, like that's something I didn't really think about. Like it's good to see black fathers, bro, being fathers, man,
yeah,
in these
yeah,
guys' life,
yeah.
getting them to the highest, the pinnacles.
Yeah, I feel like my father was in my life, and my father passed away when I was 18, but he was in my life. But the thing is, like, you don't know nobody life. I ain't respect my father till I took his ashes to Trinidad, man, after he died.
Mm.
And I was talking
Mm-hmm.
shit that night, talking shit. And one of my cousins told my other cousin, boy, don't shut his mouth and mash his face up. Cause he
Mm.
talking about Uncle Ram. And that morning they woke me up early in the morning, and I come out to the yard. My uncle come out and tell me to take a sip of coconut rum, and I'm like, yo, I'm a smoker, Unc. So you said roll up a spliff then. I got four
Mm,
cousins outside that yard that's mad, more mad now because I'm smoking in there. They can never do that. And if that conversation with my uncle don't go right, I get smashed up and taken to the airport, man. First
yeah,
time in Trinidad at 18, but my uncle broke down my father's life. And I
damn.
realized the man he was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because back then is back then. So my father used to put hands on my mom, a little domestic violence shit, but I seen that as a young, and so we always had that tension. You know what I mean? So,
right, right.
and boxing relates to everything. And like so I relate to I've been listening to y'all for a minute because I relate boxing to life. Life is
Absolute.
12 rounds. Right now, in my fight, it's the sixth round and I caught my second win. You know what I
Let's
mean?
go.
And a lot of these podcasts, listen to some got me through shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I was thinking about doing this. I got records and receipts of when I bought my equipment back to like the beginning of 2020, man. And then
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
laid off. And then, but the resilient is resilient. 3 months later, half the world got laid off.
Nah,
You know
you
what I'm
right,
saying? So
bro.
with the pandemic, we didn't know how things, and a lot of that virtue shit that they was doing with the battle shit,
Mm-hmm.
that got me through a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? So now we here now, and we got and boxes coming back now. This shit popping up, like, you know what I'm saying. So it's only gonna get better. Even Turkey investing in like a contender series, like Pro Box. So it's growing, man. It's going to go, and the eyes that's gonna see this fight. Right after that, we gonna get what we want. The card with the
Yeah,
22nd, the November
champions.
22nd. You know what I'm saying? All them fights. Brian Norman, Haney.
Mm-hmm.
There's no losers in that fight. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying? No losers. The fans
no
winning,
lose.
Haney winning, B Norman winning. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And then we could get a right after ATL be hot. They'll have their first fight. They'll fix whatever goes wrong in the first fight in a minute, and then Brian Norman get his homecoming against Confident Polanco and ATL, and we all get what we want.
Oh shoot, that'd be good, man. Back to back, Haney and Polanco. Jeez.
Yeah, man. Like why not? They confident,
Yeah.
And
No, I'm
ATL,
with it.
so you that confident, just like Ortiz should have went to PR. Like
Yeah.
Mexicans is coming to PR. They're gonna be welcome there. Like one thing, like it's always a rivalry, but it's a welcome, it's a respectful rivalry. I
Right.
watched so many fights, the worst ones, like De La Hoya, the Trinidad, the Chavez,
Trinidad.
the
Yep.
Camacho, those the real ones. Side by side, nothing happens, man. It's respect. Matias was in Mexico training,
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Panda. Yeah, he was training with Panda. Yeah, I forgot about that.
and I'm half Puerto Rican. I always got the ultimate like ace in my spade when the argument happened because I always dropped like just imagine Puerto Rico was the size of Mexico.
Be a lot more champions. A lot more champions in PR.
And it's the same thing with Trinidad. Like it's one, I
Hmm.
gotta call my cousin to find out his name. We had one contender, so you know what I mean. It's just this different type of shit. Like you know, it's small islands, and
Nah,
we don't
man,
get a
for
lot.
real.
Like we don't make it to the World Cup a lot. None of that. You know what I'm saying? When we make it, we just celebrate, and that's it.
You have to. Have to.
Mhm.
You gotta celebrate, bro. When some of your people make it, the country people.
Word. Like Guatemala with Lester Martinez. That's Olympic champ right there.
Right.
It's a small country. It's a poor country, and they don't, and like Theo with Theo, because Theo's from Honduras too. It's not like it's such a struggle over there to sit down and watch a fight. When you trying to get a meal,
Hmm. Nah, man. I wish Teal would put Honduras on more.
yeah, no, yeah, he the way he talk, but see, it's deep. You gotta know his like. It's funny out, you know what I mean? Like out there in different countries, like your shade, you look down and you don't want to represent because you think it's gonna cost you shit. You can just do that shit in your back instead of trying to be what you're not. Because some
Mm.
of his best friends is black, so he's
Yeah,
not that, and that's not the way to go in this world. When you got this
exactly.
platform and then you talk too much about God to even, I was hearing somebody saying they was talking about I was watching the Cigar Talk Haney interview. And
Yeah,
they asked him
yeah.
about the Theo shit. And they said, yeah, nah, he said he's sitting down with his family praying he's gonna sign the contract in the morning. So it's like it's so hypocritical. It's like shit, man. Damn. You know?
Nah, Tio. I don't know. Tio always be capping, man.
Yeah, man.
Always telling us some lies.
Yeah. Yeah, and then folding up. Like, folding up like with Crawford and Yeah, that must have been scary for Theo, man, to be in that country and the boxer you beef with, number one fan got money.
Yeah, right.
Like you was put in the corner, bro. And then I know that what we seen in the camera was nothing compared to what I think happened in that house when Benavidez was there. Man, I wish I could get. We need Benavidez in this podcast or something, man. Have
Mm,
catch him on a day when he partying a little too much, slipping like that day was twisted.
yeah,
Just yo, what happened that day in that fight, man? He
yeah.
want to tell that story. Matter of fact, we could probably get it from Jose Benavidez better, because that's the thing about Crawford, man. Back to the Crawford Canelo shit, like the way these guys Tank, Haney got these fanboys and all that. Crawford got real professional fighter that he turned to fans,
Hmm.
like that want to come to the camp and just people that made it, millions of dollars, been around the world, like Amir Khan, and just be mesmerized at
Right.
pretty much at the end of his career. Like, who is this? What is this? You know what I mean? Like, the Porters of the world. That's the type of,
Yeah,
and he's
man.
gonna have the number one fan after September 14. A better
Canelo.
teacher than his first teacher, Mayweather. Canelo, man.
That's fact.
Canelo, yo. So and this is the thing too with Crawford. Another thing, no matter what route he took, where we at today, right now, he'd have been the same situation, making history, except it would have been getting that last belt off that
Mm.
Russian monster, Bakram.
Oh
But
yeah,
see, what
yeah,
people
yeah,
don't notice, he make you change up. And that's what I'm worried about. Canelo changed him, just like Matrimov changed up. Matrimov would have fight the way he fought his first 10 fights, that the shit that Bo Mack and Crawford prepared for, that fight would have been over in 5 rounds. And the knockout streak would have continued. And then where he
yeah,
would have went next, he would have caught Fedora. Before Fedora,
yeah.
because Fedora come from a fight family. He up in the mountains with dogs and his sister, like, and his
Right.
pops, and his little sister's gonna be the worst. I seen her just hitting the bag. Yeah, they a problem. They in the mountain, they different.
Yeah.
So he would have
They
caught him
building
at the right
fighters.
time and body shot at him. Used the Victor Poach stew mixed with the Ndongo and came at him. And then who was the other champ there?
Well, I think Fedora had two belts because he beat Zeus,
Zoo.
so he had the
Look, so
B,
that's what I'm saying. It would
Yo,
have been
the
you'd
C,
have been at you ready to
and
unify
then
because
yeah,
you would have took
Backroom.
two. You would have took two, and then I hate to say it, but it would have been good because he would have became Mayweather to Zayas. Took that belt,
Hmm.
but gave him his greatest boxing lesson of his life.
Right.
You know what I'm
Pass the
saying? And then
torch.
would have circled, and right now we'd have been waiting for Crawford to go against Canelo just only in a date. Only in the date. The same September date that he always get, except Canelo would have been fighting uh uh kid that's fighting Lester Martinez, and Crawford would have been
Billy.
doing the fighting,
Yeah.
yeah, for 154. Cause Canelo, cause I like Canelo. He's a fighter and all that, but all those fights, he picked them. I didn't want none of them fights. Like my favorite Canelo fight is just the Bivol fight. The Bivol fight when he was just
Oh, when he moved
lost in
up.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
not even the Kovalev, because you know what happened there. It's the blueprint, the
Yeah.
same blueprint. But but props to him though. You know what I'm saying? And homie last night had a good point after I got off. I didn't know about him being
Mm.
his brother being kidnapped and all that. Don't like
Oh
fighting.
yeah, yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. For Rocky Fielding. Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
But I think that was shortly after he fought Triple G too.
The Triple G fights is crazy. Like his, and that's what Crawford gonna look like. Crawford gonna look like Canelo and Triple G the second fight. Staying in
Mm.
the pocket against the killer, not getting hit. He's gonna mix in some of his blueprint.
Yeah, that
And that
was
was the
after.
one that ended in a draw or something.
Uh, which the Triple G? The first one did.
The first one did, and
Yeah,
the
the first
second
fight
one,
did.
because
Second
I
and
thought
the third
the
went
second
to
one
Canelo.
Canelo did great, and then the second
Yeah,
fight, the third fight he aged him out. He did good. But
yeah,
the
he went
second
up in
fight he
weight
changed
too.
his style. He stood there with him. I think he stood there with him.
Yeah, the second, yeah, that's where I gave Canelo respect because he
Yeah.
went met the monster in the middle of the ring.
hmm After going back and adapting, like you know what I'm saying, and that's how I feel like even if Crawford do like if he do put it off against Crawford, like Bo Mack could get another shot with Lester Martinez. because I think ambiguous schedule with the deal they got with Turk Ali. He was one of the opponents, and maybe Lester get the shot, and it'd be a little bit more even, same weight, younger guy, and we could get some sparks there. Another payday for
Yep,
the team. But
absolutely.
let me jump off, man. I just want to touch bases with you, man. Respect, man.
Yo, respect, man. My man Damien, Trini, BX, bro.
Respect.
Appreciate you, brother. My man right there, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I think I'm about to jump off. We'll go see what's going on with this round one situation on TBV, man. But smash that like button. Drop a comment, share the stream, and show love, y'all. Peace.